Oh, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, little.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. When we left off, we're rolling back in because we got a lot more princesses to find, and so we're going to keep that going. Because you know we've cycled through again, so let's just go ahead and make our way on into the chaos. Ignore all the... Yeah, we get she's going to try and lie and cheat and steal. And what we're going to do this time, as I try and follow things and try and see what I can do.
The blade.
I'm going to go ahead and take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult.
Yeah, it'd be rather... Okay, let's go on in.
Princess.
All right.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly... Her voice...
Who's there?
Okay.
She sounds
Who's there?
Someone here. Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here.
The thing you've
I was
forgotten
starting to think
about.
they'd
All right,
You walk down the stairs.
So what we're gonna do
and lock eyes
as he
with the princess.
talks his fucking talk.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Is gonna tell her that we're not here to
sweet.
kill her, but then when she asks us to drop the knife, we're gonna refuse. We're gonna grip it. We're gonna fight her. When she fights back, finish the job.
She's so focus on
Coldly
the task.
beautiful.
And
Yeah, I
there
get it.
you are.
You're gonna kill me or
to
something?
Kill me or something?
So what would be the best way for me to get maybe I should say that I'm just here to talk. Well, it says tell you aren't actually here to kill her, so no way, why would you even think that? I'll say that.
The knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
No.
The blade. Of course she does. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Tighten your grip.
So yeah, because she wants us to. She asks you to drop the knife. Refuse. Grip it tighter.
Yeah.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
She's unarmed.
Okay. So now, I wonder if I should say if we should talk or not. Because, well, I mean, she did tell us pretty much to. I mean, she never really said to drop the knife, but. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing this too soon or not, because I'm good at these things.
You could do. Sorry, can we just talk?
Yeah,
You're
can we just
so
talk?
Close. No, this isn't good.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
All right, I guess we're gonna squint at the princess while holding It's gonna slay the princess. We're gonna fight now.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
She gives a right jab.
A
Kaplow!
moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Why is she so
Feels
good
like
at fighting?
with a
No, right?
sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been
And she
fractured.
should not be that strong.
Holy shit, that
Yeah.
hurts. Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you.
But I mean, we know
putting
why
you
she
and the
is.
princess on
Yeah.
somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes
Right,
through
we
the
have
air
seen
again
this
and
one
Yes.
before,
her
in a
fists
way.
skin. We can still
The
turn this around.
So, let's finish it. Because before, I think we fled before.
Did we?
Because that was one of the times that we turned around
Oh.
and left the cabin. Let's finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
I could have sworn we've done this.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the
Maybe
situation.
we have,
and
but we did
honestly,
definitely
it's a
turn away
miracle
from whatever
anyone's
we're
still
coming
standing
into.
right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs
Bouncing around in there.
Yeah.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, the two of you clash for the
Oops.
final time.
Yep, we
Oh.
stab her. Oh,
The
oops.
two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The
Oh.
princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
Did you think that would kill
do
me?
you
Yeah.
really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Everything goes dark,
and you
die.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, friend.
The adversary.
All right.
You sure we haven't gotten this yet?
You're on
We
a
did not
path in
actually
the
get
woods,
the adversary.
Huh.
And at the end of that path,
Like I
Because
said,
I remember
cabin.
we fought her.
and
Yeah.
in the basement of that cabin is
There's
a
a princess.
I think it was around this time they were just like, I'm going to turn back around and leave.
You're here to slay her.
We've done so many things, I don't even remember what we
Yeah.
have done. Not in
But
detail.
I already saw the princess. Sure, she also got me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here
I
again?
can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
The two of
If
us,
she doesn't
yes.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Well, let's go see what this threat. Let's just see what this threat is.
Yeah.
A warning. She
Before
will
you go any
lie,
further, yep.
and cheating
Oh.
doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
All about
Sure
the
she
fight.
The
can.
point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Of
Let's
course.
just get on with it already.
Classic.
Yep.
Proceed.
Meanwhile, someone in Crystal's like, what?
The cabin is
Ooh.
tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you,
Very,
as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, we know that's
The
not
blade
the
is
only
your
thing.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But we don't get much with the mirror or anything, so let's go ahead and take the blade.
You take
We'll
the
try and
blade
kill
from
this
the
one.
altar.
Mhm.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
All right. That's
That's
the whole
because
mirror.
there
This
isn't a
is-
mirror.
It's
There's
an
the altar,
altar.
the
You're
blade
making
sitting on
an
the
altar.
altar.
Well, not anymore because I got it in my hand.
There's
Yeah.
nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Remain
I
silent.
care about whether we're being lied to. I'm not.
Okay, classic. Let's end in the basement.
Yep.
We know how it always goes.
Oh.
All right. The fucking Game of Thrones
The door
Skyrim
to the
bullshit is
basement
this.
creaks
This looks like
open,
Skyrim right here.
Yeah.
a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor.
She's a
to
demon
it.
now.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As
God.
much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Sure we are.
What about both?
We can get both. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you descend the final step, the form
She
of
is
the
a demon.
princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Whatever you say, Queen.
I was gonna say this is my kind of princess
I
too.
hope you heard all the material. This is a lot different than last time. But the last time definitely
What's
happened.
that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you.
Yeah.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Oh, poor you.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Now, see, it makes sense when he says my world.
Yeah.
Because the other one's
You look
saved, at least.
You look a little different.
You look exactly the same.
Oh, beautiful? Yes, thank you. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
You don't have to rub it
So,
in.
why don't we do it again?
That's always an insult to me.
She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm not gonna free you because I need to gotta give you to the grabby hands. Well, freeing you might actually do that too.
What about, I'm not saying...
Actually, no. Freeing you would be how I get you to the grabby hands. Slaying you would just create another one.
What about that? I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh man. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady.
Oh my god.
Away. Turn around without leave without saying anything. No, that's I'm even though I have my knife, I'm here.
What about that? I
free
haven't
you.
decided what I'm doing yet.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to gather this one up
Uh-huh.
to give to the grabby hands.
True.
Which means I have to
Yeah.
free her, because if not, because I believe that this one can lead to another one.
Yep.
But I would save that for another time because you can't do both of those back to back because they
yeah.
kind of come from each other. So I want to try and give this one to the grabby
You
hand
want to
gods.
save here?
I mean, I can, but that's not gonna.
You don't want to see what happens when we fight?
If it takes us to another princess, I don't want to. Not yet, because that's something we would have.
No,
we
that's
would
what I'm
do
saying.
later on.
After. This is for after.
Well, we got to gather them up to see what they do at the end when they're part of the amalgamation. So we got to save that for a whole another run. But
Well.
you know what? I'm here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Yes, it's to give her the grabby hands.
Who says I want to be free?
Oh.
If you don't want to be free, well, I know what she wants. You don't want to be free? Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is, maybe...
But you're going to have to fight me to the death.
Oh boy.
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive. You either deal with her here, right now, or she'll eventually find her way out. Whether she even wants to leave is hardly relevant. This cabin won't last forever. Hear that? Between him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now stop standing there and fight her. No, stop standing there and slay her.
We'll just fight then.
You're
We'll
being
just
a bit
fight.
semantic, aren't you? I am, but it's an important
Yeah.
distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything.
Yeah.
Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
Okay. Attempting to free the princess is probably going to go horribly wrong. Let me see if
Yeah.
it says anything on here. She doesn't care about us giving me more. She wants to
I mean, we could still just fight and not try and kill her. You know?
Let me,
Attack.
Attack!
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the
She's just a
princess.
tiefling now.
Yeah.
Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh.
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
We're not good enough.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Fair.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Right. I might just put a save just to make sure that I do this fight right. Say, because as long as we don't die, then killing her will actually result in us getting it typically. Let's bait an opening and outmaneuver her.
Yeah.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation.
Yikes.
Each impact threatening to be the last.
Damn.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
And what kind of god are we?
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place. And I own you.
Okay.
Princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Okay, we really need to kill her now.
Yeah.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Damn.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, we'll come back and get her later. I guess we're going to keep going on this one.
Yeah. The Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damn afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on?
It's complicated.
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
Oops.
Doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
I know you are, buddy.
I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said. All just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
What terrifying music.
Yeah. Oh god, what if she's a dragon now?
Oh god, I have no idea, but yeah, I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like influences poured out of the
It's
world.
evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Nah.
What if I rather do something
You're
else?
the chooser. The best we can do is advise. but we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
It seems like all the answers are at the cabin. Might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
Yep.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
It's almost worse.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gathered, you've heard it all before.
This music's
No
awesome.
screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Well, honey, I'm home.
The
Oh,
interior of the
God.
cabin is
Okay.
suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh,
The
it's
blade
the
is
classic
your
mirror over
implement.
there.
You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Fine. That damn mirror's back, by the way.
But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There isn't a door. There is. Circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Smash it. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar.
I want to see what she looks
It
like
would be
so
difficult
bad.
to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
All right, mirror.
You step
Hello.
forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you?
Always.
The door's right there. It's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down
Ow.
against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face.
Huh.
There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Please be a dragon.
Voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
You want to fight? How about you come get one? You can get out of there on your own. You sure you still? Yeah, how about you come get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
Yeah.
And there'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
All right.
Come on down.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
I will not remember anything, but thank you for the vote of
Turn to
confidence.
face what lies at the end
Ooh.
of the narrow tunnel. The princess,
Hello.
imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh.
She's definitely
Break
more-
your bones against my body.
Jesus.
I want a real challenge this time.
She's definitely more dragon-like now.
Yeah.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Hey, let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done. I have questions. Why not? What happened after you killed me?
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting.
Okay.
I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Fire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Let it happen. No, just let it happen.
Without
don't run.
You turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel.
Look at those ham hocks.
Death by snoo.
As you near
Jesus.
the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this
Oh,
for?
that didn't
What's the
sound good.
point?
Yeah.
You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Tweet, tweet.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
Oh,
You glance back at the cabin as the princess,
God, she is
singular in
huge.
her
Big.
desire to destroy you,
Big.
explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
whoa.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not.
That was a cool
Let your
line.
body
Yeah.
move you.
You've fallen right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
Damn.
Oh,
Charges,
God.
fully determined to end you in a single move.
do it.
Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
What a fight.
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we? You just might. But don't let it get to
I
your
was gonna
head.
say, yeah.
Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The
Whoop.
two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
Bludgeoning damage
More.
versus slashing
Keep
damage.
going. We can't stop now. You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you.
Oh.
She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
About that.
He's gone. The grabby hands.
Yep.
My queen. Enjoy your freedom. You don't have a chance this time, nor you ever remember. Okay, yep. What happened? Hey guys, don't worry about it. Let's just go to the mirror.
Yep.
It's okay, you guys are gonna disappear from my head, and it'll all be fine.
Screw the mirror.
All right. Gaze.
Yeah.
How we looking today? You've grown. All right. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. And hey, you're at the cabin. How you doing?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Gosh,
Right,
she's so
right.
giant when you see
Yeah.
the tiny,
The tiny little hands all over the place.
normal-sized hands.
What does it feel? What is it? I want to see. What's the? Where can I like? Hold on. How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant?
It's
I am an unbroken
I bet this
pattern.
whole thing, all the usual. Everything you say feels like a wreck. Can you give me a straight
I'm
answer?
sorry. Words are
Yep, that's the same as
vessels
she's
you
done
choose to-
before. Yo, what does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
Yep, this is all
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to
the new
corners.
corners. Okay,
It
this is
feels
all the typical stuff.
Yep.
All the typical stuff. What, the thoughts on this one?
Yes.
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine,
Makes sense.
not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Okay. Okay. There's all the big stuff. Okay, let's but that's all the questions I've asked before. But
Yep.
I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything was already die. And we're back to square one. Chapter 1.
Nice.
Your honor, you're here.
All right, let's.
Do you want to go back to the save? Or is that too late?
Well, we've gathered someone,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to keep going because when it gets to the end, remember how it has the flashes of all of them? So like we have to save the other one for
Right.
another time because we'll just consider that one is the one that got
Okay.
gathered over here,
Yep.
and then throw a little list down here and see what I'm chasing after next. So I'm going to let's just go to the cabin, you know, all the classic stuff.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find that the
Princess
warning she
within,
will
yep,
we're not going to ignore
lie,
him.
cheat, steal, proceed. All right.
Let's go.
The interior of the blade.
Let's go ahead and take the
You
blade.
take the blade.
Let's go on down.
The door to the basement creaked. Her voice.
Who's there?
Who's
She
there?
says, "Don't let it fool you."
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since
Don't
I've had
worry,
any
I'm
visitors.
coming.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's focused on the task.
And
And
stuff.
there you are.
Here we
Are you
are.
here to kill me or something?
Anything? I'll just say, you know, okay, yeah, you call me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's
Don't
fine.
you dare.
We can decide.
Let's go ahead. Tighten our grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hand.
You poor thing.
You step forward.
Oh, no, I'm probably chained up in this basement for a
I
week.
know, because you're dangerous.
She's unarmed.
What we're gonna do is we're going to we are going to make an attempt to slay her. But then when she fights back, we give up.
Oh.
So what if she
You
does
go
us? What
into
if she
this
kills us?
expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating. Why don't you drop the knife and
slay the princess!
You charge the princess, blade
Oh, she
she
fights.
casually sidesteps. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there.
Oh.
She kicks you a few times.
That's
for good
new.
measure, the pointed tip
That
of
is
her
new.
shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat.
Oh.
With
Oh.
the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Right where I want to be. What?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Oh.
She applies more pressure,
Ugh.
slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes
Oh.
dark, and you die.
I wonder if this will count, because we didn't really get a chance to give up or anything, so where are we?
The tower.
Seems what I was aiming for, so...
You're on a path in
In
the
the
woods, and at the
I
end
did
of
a
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay.
Okay, classic. Okay. No.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Right. Well, let's proceed to the cabin, see
Yep.
how everything goes.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Damn, dude.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
How fun.
You're being annoying.
Damn.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okay.
If that's what you
Let's
want.
go ahead and go.
I guess I don't have a say here.
So depressed.
Right. For real. I guess you could say he's...
The interior of the
Broken.
cabin is larger and
Oh.
more grandiose than its humble
Whoa.
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
like fucking 10 feet in the goddamn air.
This isn't how
The blade
reality
is your
works.
implement.
Huh.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's a big cabin.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Snoo.
Stop.
All right. Hold on. Let me just check this thing quick because I'm looking at a thing that I want to... Okay. Because one thing that I might go ahead and do, I'll just throw a save here. I'll let people in the comments decide if they want to see us like try and gather them all or just see them all and experience them. But for what I like to try and do...
Because that's what I was under the impression you were doing.
I'll see what
Because seeing them is easier than gathering them.
that indeed is. But I'm going to take
Take
the
the
blade.
blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And let's go ahead and enter the basement and see what waits for us there.
Oh
The door to
boy.
the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
Fun.
Its steps
Fun.
almost as deep as you are tall.
Jesus.
The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
She a freaking giant here
This is
too?
actually
I think I understand
nice.
why it would be tower.
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see
My brain
her.
can only
Yes!
think of Lady
Should we be
Dimitrescu.
worried about your sudden change in attitude?
I'm just like, yes.
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming
Yeah.
and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
It's gonna be
Give it to
easier than
me.
climbing up.
The princess towers
Whoa!
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
She looks like a freaking goddess.
Yeah.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
She actually
Thanks.
is like floating, so there's even
Yeah.
more on the goddess aspect. I don't know why you're floating, but I'm
Drop it.
gonna tighten my grip.
As if on command, the blade
Oh.
slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Interesting.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
You're ruining everything for us, buddy.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Now then. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
She is a goddess.
That's my good little bird.
Aye.
Now, why don't we talk?
Okay.
The last time we met, you
Christ.
couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Well,
Speak.
What?
I'm here to kill you.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do,
These poor
don't
narrators.
tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Okay.
Pick up that needle.
Yeah, to her it is a needle.
Okay.
It's what she
Or well,
wants.
no. I'm not gonna listen to you.
Objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Whoa.
Oh, well,
Literally can't do anything else.
yeah.
Look at the options though. It's like, why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? Or I'm going to kill you? Or you're not kidding about
Well,
that divine hand?
Ooh,
Who's doing
interesting.
this? Is it her? Is it you? No, or pick up the blade.
Interesting little fact here. I don't have to pick that because notice how it's not actually staying red. Oh, that moves to the settings. Okay,
what are you talking
mind.
about?
Because I was like, I thought it was a little Easter egg
No,
of
it
trying
goes up
to
there.
defy it still. God damn it.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
You fools!
What did the woman say? I hate you, I hate you so much, all of you.
Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You
Stand.
can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Okay.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Well, now let's talk about this a little bit.
Don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Well, I don't trust her.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Yep.
Your hand
Nope,
lifts
nope,
the blade
nope,
and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Oh.
I'm gonna slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Yes, I'm sorry. I mean,
Plunge that knife into your lung.
Oh.
that's not it. Nope. No. God,
As you take
you
another step
asshole.
forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease.
Oh, that's a really sucky
Somehow
way to
feels
die.
like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice.
Ugh.
Blood fills your
That's
lungs.
really descriptive.
Yeah.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Jesus
Wish the
Christ.
circumstances were different.
Yes, please.
You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your
Oh.
wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Oh God.
But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor
Ew.
to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
The One Piece is real?
Stop.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess!
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. Influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Yeah, I bet.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
And I'm doing what I have to.
Stop.
Oh.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to
Lorge.
your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
Ugh.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if
Okay.
you have it.
Yep.
Not as an equal,
That's fine.
but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it?
No.
Yes, how thoughtful of
No,
her.
it's fine.
It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
Bro is like us for real.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her.
Remember how all the times we've said that we're broken?
Before it's too
Yeah.
late.
We're broken.
Slay the princess!
No.
Aww.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
I was gonna say, go for the Achilles.
Classic.
And you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Pretty much what this is.
Time to recover, your heart pounding with determination.
Determination.
You plunge your blade into her chest.
No, back of the neck.
As you find your target again and again.
Oh boy.
Crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness. Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen!
Oh,
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off
he's
your
gonna
feet.
call us a worm and everything, stupid controller. Say, you heathen, you worm, you defiler. You know the consequences of your arrogance.
There's an unsettling
Oh boy.
as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch
The princess has
Simp.
been nothing but
Alright.
cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I don't think I've ever heard the narrator thank us.
No. I mean, I guess we kind of did our job, and he's not expecting us to reset.
Yeah. The Fury.
The Fury!
Oh boy. Oh!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path, okay, what the hell is that?
Right.
I think he's upset. What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. And ever will.
He just like, he revered her like big
Damn right
time.
we
Uh-huh.
did. You'll get over it. can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
Are we really in the woods still?
Yeah.
So
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Not here.
This is all different.
It's very fleshy.
If you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen.
God, the
and
music's
know
loud.
things that
It
you
is.
aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
hold on. While
It's
I,
trippy though.
Hello, where's my thing? Okay, I'm just gonna down a little bit
There
just
we
so I
go.
can hear my own thoughts and hear their
Yeah.
thoughts, hear my narrator.
You knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
No. Feels like we can pull in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
What if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
What a crock of shit.
Oh,
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Doesn't
We
count.
died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
God, this squishy sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds wet.
What happens if you get the point of no
What
return?
happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Seems like answers at the cabin. Might as well go see this through. It got worse.
Ew.
Page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it.
This looks like
No
a
final words of
horror
advice.
campaign.
Yeah.
For
I'd rather not
D&D.
waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
It's like the upside down.
If there's still
Ew.
a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to
He's
be.
a wet
So
blanket.
stop. Why?
Truly. What's going on? How's the inside gonna look?
The interior of the
No.
cabin
Oh.
is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high-arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Ew.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's
You
a little...
did this.
Is this what
The
she's
only
gonna be
furniture of note
made of?
Is a pulsating
I
pedestal.
don't know.
A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
The pedestal's
You'll need it if you want to do this
pulsating?
right.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? We're gonna see the consequences of our actions,
Oh, boy.
and see what beautiful woman is waiting behind this giant
know
ass
what?
mirror for us. Yes.
Say it. No, say it.
Next time.
Watch her be a freaking, like, elder brain.
No, she's gotta be pretty.
She's got
Come on.
pretty with this? Evan?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna have my hopes high, all right?
Same, but like, also keep them high, but also realistic.
No, I refuse.